So here's a question for you for today. Can psychic abilities be turned off, especially for those who really can't handle them?
Really, no.
No? Oh,
Now,
sorry, guys.
I will say they can be turned way down low. And I often tell people it's like a radio. Like, it will not go to zero where you don't hear absolutely anything. You can turn it way, way, way down. So it's easier to ignore. So it's kind of like, you can turn it way, 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 way down, but you can never turn it off 100%.
Yes.
It's always a little bit there.
Because I know most times people say, well, I don't believe in this stuff, da-da-da, but then back in their mind, like, I've seen it before, but I'm going to say I haven't seen it, and I don't believe it, so I could turn it off, but it's really not turning it off.
You're not turning it off, you're turning it to background noise. You're turning it to the background noise.
Yes.
So it's still there. It still can affect you in some ways. But the sad part is, there are times when I have to turn mine way down, when I'm doing certain things, and I turn mine down for a period of time.
Yes.
For the next 2 or 3 hours, or the next meeting, or whatever it is. Like, for this part, I need to be just Ruth.
Yeah.
This, and so I'll turn it way, way, way down, and that makes life a little bit easier. But it comes back up. But when you turn it down for long, long periods of time, all you're doing is your abilities are still growing. They're still changing and everything else. But you've not learned how to adjust anything.
Yeah.
You've never learned how to get better at anything. You're still the same person you were when you turned it down, but your abilities have grown. So then they overwhelm you even more.
When it comes back higher.
When it comes back on higher, you're like, oh my gosh, how do I deal with this?
Yes, because a lot of people do see abilities as being scary when they don't know how to control them or what they actually are. What would you say to them to help them out?
Well, but that's the thing is, usually they've turned it off. Their abilities were still growing. It's kind of like you put your abilities in a dark green room and you turned off the lights and everything else, but it still grew. Yes. And when that door opened up or blew open at you, it's like now you have to deal with it, but you still have the understanding you had when you closed it off 2, 3, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever it is. And so you haven't grown.
Yes.
But your abilities have.
So how can they help themselves to learning more about it in order to control it instead of turning it off all the time? Or turn it down, sorry.
So I will say, turning it down for periods of time, amazing, awesome, cool. But realize that you have to learn how to deal with this.
Yes.
This is how you were created. I'm sorry. You were created this way.
Yes.
It's kind of like being mad that you're not 6 foot tall. I could be mad every day that I'm not 6 foot tall because I am not close to 6 foot tall.
Neither am I.
Okay, not 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
But is it going to fix the problem?
No.
No, it's not fixing the problem, and you're still going to be angry about not having this or being able to deal with things. It's not going to help anything.
Yes.
It's not.
So you're not crazy. It is there, but you don't have to be scared of it. It's better to control it.
And the best way to learn how to control it is, I'm going to tell you 2 things. First is learn how to meditate. We already know that.
Yes.
Like, meditation is amazing.
It's a key.
The second one is find a psychic that does classes or does something that you can learn from.
Oh, nice. I know you do have some courses.
I do have some courses. I am working on some others over the summer and going into the winter time.
Yes.
That are really about getting the basics done, understanding the basics, understanding like who you are. Because a lot of times I get asked, like, what are your abilities? And I'm like, I'm an intuitive, like clairaudient, clairvoyant, medium.
Yes.
Those are my top abilities, and you always list them from like your strongest down. So it's kind of the way it is, but not everybody has the same abilities. I may be a clairaudient more, I hear more, but you may be clairvoyant, you see more. It doesn't make good or bad, it just, we have different abilities.
Yes, who you are. It's
who you are.
And the courses do definitely help. Because I know when I was learning about mine, I had no idea what my abilities were, but I knew things were happening. And I took the courses and they were absolutely amazing.
So I think that's the cool part is like taking someone to like, I think I have abilities to hear, this is what I can understand, or that sort of thing, and using the correct terminology. So many times people will say, well, I can see things. Well, what does that terminology mean? And my students learn that's clairvoyant.
Yes.
Clair meaning clear and voyant meaning seen. I can see that ability. Yes. I can connect into it, and it makes it different because you can now name it and claim it. I am this.
And learn to control it.
And learn to control it. I think that's kind of the best part is learning how to control and how to turn things down and when you need to turn them up. I very rarely turn mine down except for special occasions. I've learned how to kind of ignore it. Like if I'm at a social event that has nothing to do with being psychic, I can just ignore everybody else's ghost. I just kind of like blur all that out, deal with the people in front of me. And that makes life easier. But I've learned to kind of more ignore them than anything else.
Yes.
And then when I get home, someone's going to be like, but I wanted you to tell us the message. And I was like, well, obvious it wasn't the time.
Yes.
And I often say, like, I don't go up and give people free readings when I'm in the grocery store or at the bank or whatever it is. Because to me, it's like...
He's a normal person, guys.
I'm a normal person, but it may be the wrong time for you, too.
Yeah.
It's one of those, your grandmother may be going, tell her this, tell her this, tell her this. The problem is, you may not be ready to hear that private, personal message in the middle of the freaking grocery store.
Exactly. No.
That's why I don't.
I wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't want that. I do have people that will. I'll chat with them, and I'm like, oh, I do this, and I'm like, if you're interested, you need to contact me for an appointment. Meaning that we're going to set a time for you and I to get together one-on-one.
It's private.
It's private, and the information comes through differently. Just like you've been to several group readings of mine, when you go to a private reading compared to a group reading, it's completely different energy.
Yeah, definitely.
And you don't feel like in a group reading, you might go, I really want to ask this question out loud. In a private reading, you can ask whatever the heck you want.
Exactly. But I love the readings, though. They're always fun.
They're always fun.
Everybody has fun with it.
They're always really, really fun and very healing. Even if the people are crying the whole time, they're literally releasing that energy that they've had pent up for such a long period of time.
So maybe check out our next one that she may have. Check out her calendars all the time. You could join us.
Definitely. Join us for class. That is a really fun one.
Yes.
And it's one of those, I think the part that most people don't understand is I've had classes where I've had 80 or 90-year-old people in that class, and I've had teenagers in the same class, like all mixed together. And people are like, really? And I'm like, everybody's learning. Just because you're older doesn't mean you have a different understanding from someone else. You're still trying to learn your abilities. Just
what was this? What is this? You know?
Right. And it's one of those, it's kind of the cool part. And I've had friends literally make friends in classes, like they're like, we have the same ability or whatever else, and they'll learn like, wow, I have like a friend who's a psychic now. I have a psychic friend, and they can be like, I had this crazy dream, and they can kind of help each other work through some of the things that they're working
because I met a few, and especially one who was really good with the card readings. I'm like, hey, I want a card reading today. Can I reach out to you?
Yeah, and it's kind of cool, but then they'll reach out to you and go, okay, this is going on with me, help me with this, or give me some different understanding. So you kind of, not only in class do you learn about yourself, but you learn about other people's abilities, and you get to do readings for other people. So you're like,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's super fun.
It's fun. We enjoy our time together, so it's fun.
It's always fun. It's always an interesting energy with that.
It is.
We thank you so much for joining us today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.